What is up? It's Chess Blaze Gabe. You already know what it is. And if you don't, it's day 134 of our Road to 2000. Now, guys, you may notice there's some more stuff behind me. That's right. I finally decorated my room after 6 months of living in my apartment. And it's still not even done. I just put up like 3 posters and rearranged some stuff. But regardless, we're going to jump right into it here. We are at 1684 Elo, literally hard plateaued in the high 1600s. We're going to see what happens, though, against Volcano 29 in 1803 from the Dominican Republic. They do decide to play, so let's go ahead and play. Joined in February of 2026. I'm seeing a lot of players that joined in February of 2026 that are just like doing really well right now. I mean, I think 2026 got another revival of like this new influx of players that maybe didn't play online but played a lot over the board and then just decided to make chess.com accounts and just be really good. This guy is definitely one of the highest rated opponents I've ever played, 1803. I don't think the highest, but... And you know what I'm not going to do today is I'm not going to knock over my fucking coffee and spill it on the ground. That was really rough. I was able to clean it out pretty well. It doesn't really smell like coffee anymore, but we do get to play our O'Sullivan Gambit. And if you guys are confused by what I'm talking about, then watch yesterday's video. But we do get to play our Gambit here. Now, I'm wondering if my opponent actually knows the theory here. The theory is, I mean, you can just take this pawn. It is just a free pawn. So they do, and then we're going to push c5 here, basically giving up another pawn. If they take this pawn, we have this check. If they decide to go here, we say fuck the knight, allow them to take, and then I go check, and they go back. So that is the best move in the position. I honestly think taking is probably okay here, so I'm just going to take. So that is actually like the best move. I mean, I think this is technically the best move. But okay, they take with the queen here, so let's go ahead and defend my knight with the bishop. And then I'm going to double defend it with this e-pawn. Try to get my... I'm not going to allow them to push here. I like this e6 push against Carl Khan, and it does a similar thing against black in the O'Sullivan Gambit. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and then probably go here and just try to trade the queens off. Okay, so they decide to go there. I really want to go here. I could also go here, but then they could... I guess I could go here first, hitting this, but it's defended. I think what I really want to do is just try to trade the queens. And then, I mean, if I can maintain my bishop on this diagonal, it is still very good. So let's just go ahead and play queen b6. If they decide to trade, I'm very happy. Oh, okay, I'm very happy opening up this file for my rook, because I'm definitely castling the other way. I can also bring my queen out or my bishop out to here. If they do decide to just trade off this knight, then I'm totally cool with that as well. So let's go ahead and take. And my opponent can, I mean, feel free to take here. But then actually what I really want to do maybe is push this pawn to try to get this pawn out of here. Because normally in these positions, if I'm playing like the French defense structure, which I've been playing a lot recently and not doing too well at, this pawn is actually already here, so that this pawn is hard to get rid of. But if I push this pawn and takes, I mean, yes, my opponent's up a pawn. Okay, they decided to just take the bishop. I wonder... It's a little bit of a weird move, but okay, sure. Happy to take back with my bishop. And then they immediately just go a3. So they're stopping the bishop from coming here. That's very fair. But I didn't really want to play that in the first place. I mean, I guess I could go here first and then push, putting double pressure, so as if takes. But I'd rather they take this way, obviously. But yeah, I think I'm just going to develop my knight here. Everything's defended. Oh, I just trapped my bishop almost. Almost, actually. Wow. That was not... I did not think about that enough. Okay, they're hitting the pawn. Yeah, that was a little awky-talky there, because if they played this, I would have to go here, but if they played this first, then they're threatening this. Oh, I guess I could just trade off, but really don't love that. I guess I could go here to stop the pawn, or I could just defend the pawn this way, but that seems kind of weird, to be honest. Kind of weird. I want to maintain the pressure on this pawn, and if I go here, takes, I guess I just have these two open files here, and my pawns are technically connected, but I don't know. I would really love to just push this pawn. If I push the pawn and they take, and then I take here, or I guess I could take with the pawn, but I don't know. Okay, so something like this, maybe? It cuts off my squares for the knight, though. It's kind of annoying. I could also just push, because they can't take, right? What if I were to push this, and then push again? I feel like that's not that bad, because this is now a hook for my side, right? Okay, let's push the pawn. b5, it's kind of a weird move. It does allow my opponent to just come in here, but I don't think it's a problem. I guess they could like go here, which is a little bit uncomfortable, but I don't think it's that much of an issue, to be honest. Oh, I do love that I finally have like stuff in my room. Feels good. Feels good, man. Feels good. Feels like I'm a human being again. Not that I ever wasn't, but you know. So what does my opponent want to do here? I'm not really sure. Oh, right. I just hung the pawn. Right. Obviously. Okay. Yeah. Well, now I can just take, and take, right? I think that's probably the move. Because that hits this. The bishop doesn't have too much. Why did I not see that was just hanging? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm missing things. Although, to be fair, in the gambit that I want to play, I would be giving up 2 pawns. But now we can get a pawn back with tempo. So I think let's do that. Let's get rid of my good bishop. And let's capture this. I guess they can capture this first, but then I would just capture with the bishop. And then you're just down a piece, so you can't do that. Capture here. I would capture here. And then we could even push this pawn forward 2 squares. Well, we can't when the bishop is there, but... Okay, so they do that. Let's go ahead and take. And... I don't know. Push... I guess I have this, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Here, if they push again, I just come back. If I go here and they go here, I guess I can just take, and go here even. And now we're just looking at like a really strange endgame. Like the endgame being, I have 5 connected passed pawns here. I mean, connected. I have a pawn chain of 5 pawns. My opponent has 3 pawns on this side of the board, which is a little scary. But if I go here, takes, they connect these 2 pawns. So maybe I don't want to allow that. And if I go here, I could potentially come in this way. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like this option better, I think. So let's go ahead and play knight g6. And I honestly think if they don't push, I'm just going to go here. Then if they push, I go back once again. Or I could even go this way. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I might have to bring my rook to the d file here to defend, and then they just have this. Ooh, that's not good at all, actually. That's not good at all. Wait, I might just be cooked already. Oh, I can push. No, I can't push. I can't push. I can't push. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Oh, I can castle. That seems like the stupidest idea ever. If I castle, they just have check. I can move up. I mean, that just seems completely foolish, right? There's no reason I should castle in this position. But is it my only option? It looks like my only option. Because if I go up, I just get checked. If I go this way, I get checked. If I go here, just this, and I have to move the rook. So I move it back. They check me this way. I have to go up. I mean, maybe the check isn't that bad, but Jesus. This is not good at all. All right, let's castle. I don't know. This clearly is just a terrible idea. Terrible idea. My king, look at my king. This is not how 1684 is. Well, this is how I play. So, I guess. Yeah, not good. Not good. Not good at all. I had a viewer saying that I was afraid to castle. Well, look at me now. But okay. They do allow me to just kind of push this pawn, though. Which I feel like, because obviously now they want to castle, and okay, they want to go this way. Which would push me more into the line of fire. Can I just walk up with my king? I mean, it just seems way too dangerous, right? I think I have to go for something like d5. And then just like, I don't know, up and here. My king is way too unsafe. It's way too unsafe. Poor guy is way too unsafe. Let's just go here, though. They're going to go for this check for sure. Then I have to go this way. They can check me again. Then I have to go back down. Yeah, so I guess I can go this way. But this is not looking good at all. And then there's just this, right? Yeah, this, and I'm just getting cooked on the back rank. So I think I have to go this way, actually. If they check me this way, I do have to go back anyways. No, I'm just getting mated, honestly. That is, I believe, what's happening. Now, if they push, though, I can go here. I guess push here. Yeah, okay, so they go that way. I mean, what else am I supposed to do here? I can't go back into the line of fire. Let's go here. This, I can go here. After this, I have this. Everything is extremely loose, though. I mean, this is just a dire position already. First game of the day. I guess this is what happens. Like, give me another 5 games and maybe I'll play normally. That's what I've learned on this channel. Interesting. Wait, what? So you want to go for this move? Well, what if I stop that preemptively? Let's just go here. If you want to go here, I'm just going to come up. Oh, they're hitting this pawn. I guess. Yeah, I guess. Here, just go back. Takes. They're still only up a pawn, but they're messing up my pawn structure already. I don't know why I didn't even think about that move. I just moved. I think I'm playing too much bullet. Yes, they take. I mean, obviously giving up the rook would not be a good choice here, right? There's just no way. So I'm going to have to go here. You can come here. I guess I can go here. I think my opponent's losing this pawn, though. Pushing it actually might be a good idea because that would, even though it would give up the pawn, it would ruin my pawn structure even more. Yes, they do go there. Let's go here. And this is still, yeah, this push, you should definitely just push f5 here. Okay, they go for a check. But I think I'm okay. Well, I can't go this way because of this. Whoa. So I have to go this way. I think I'm just getting cooked. Like check, here, check, here. I'm like, I have no moves. This is hanging though, by the way. Okay, yeah, they win the rook. Yeah. I mean, they're just taking everything, and now this is going to be checkmate. No, almost. Yeah, I mean, just awful, awful stuff from Chess Plays Gabe, as per usual, as it has been in the last several games here. Several videos, I should say. Yep, they go for another check. There's this check I would take. I mean, my king is just, come on, what are we doing here? Buddy is done. Buddy is dead. Humpty Dumpty, he fell off the wall. Yeah, so they just take the rook. Makes perfect sense. Takes, and then probably just push again. Pushing seems really nice here for my opponent, but it also hangs this pawn. This isn't like, there's no immediate checkmate, but it's like very close to checkmate. Takes. Okay, that's a strange move. I guess it defends. But what if I just take this pawn? If I take this way, I feel like I want to take with the knight. It does open this up though, but I can just go back. I mean, it's over for sure, but maybe it's not completely over. Let's go ahead and take with the... Where's the knight going, though? The knight has no moves after that. Knight has no moves. Let's go at... Okay, let's just take with the bishop then. And then if this ever moves, I can take here. Okay, they just want to trade, which is valid, but that doesn't do too much. I can just move this way. Do I want to move here and then push, maybe? I don't know. I'm not thinking too straight, to be honest. Let's go here. I don't want to trade, obviously. They're up a pawn and an exchange. That's what they're up right now. Pawn and an exchange. I know I'm completely lost. My king is literally stuck on this side of the board. If they were just able to bring their other rook over, it's over. Like here. That's all they have to do. What is the purpose of this move? Oh, they're cutting off my squares, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. If I go here, then I'm like stopping immediate mate. So maybe I do just play this. I don't know. I kind of just want this game to be over. I'm not going to lie, guys. My king cannot move. It'd be funny, though, if you ever move this pawn, I just take your rook. I mean, obviously, like, my opponent knows that, but... I mean, my king is just completely in jail. My king has no moves. This is so sad. How is my opponent going to finish this off? Because the natural... Okay, they're just playing moves. Now, if I sack the bishop, I can take here. But that can't possibly be good, right? Like, I win 2 pawns. I'm already down in exchange. The opponent's rook can just move anywhere on this file. I can also go check. But that doesn't really do much. Check. If they go here, I could take, and then probably win this pawn. Here, takes. And then we have a rook and a knight versus... Or sorry, we have a knight and a bishop versus... No, we have a knight versus a rook. All right, let's go for the check. I don't think it does anything. But if they come this way, maybe I can go in with the knight. And everything's defended. I mean... I gotta fight back, right? I mean, if anything about yesterday's video told me that I can fight back from positions where I should not be winning, then you know, I've learned something. Yeah. They go that way. I could just go for a check. I could also go for the pawn. And I could also go this way. Go for this check, but just here. Oh, but then maybe... Okay, check. They go here. No, there's nothing there, is there? Maybe I just keep my rook on this file. Yeah, I mean, going back here, look, this poor king. You can trade the rooks at any point, by the way, and be completely fine. But what if I just go for this pawn? I mean, are you saving the pawn? I don't know. Oh, I guess you can push. Then I can go here. No, I can't. There's a bishop there. So they go for this pawn. Fair. But what if I just push? Then it's defended. My king is still in jail. My king still has no moves. I mean, look at this. My opponent is doing an absolutely terrifically brutal job of locking me in here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to push this. Everything's defended. Oh, I hung this pawn. But I can take this pawn. But then my king can actually get out. So. Wow. That is interesting. Okay, I think I want to push this pawn and just not allow my opponent to take it. And then just maybe push this way. Okay. This isn't mate. This also is not mate. Is this mate now? Oh, I see. I see. This is just mate. That's what my opponent was going for. And I don't think there's any way to stop it. Oh, God. Unless I just give up the rook completely. In which case, this is mate. Or I can sack my bishop. I mean, I think I have to sack the bishop, right? Jesus. What a completely dominating game by my opponent. Just absolute domination. I mean, now again, there's no immediate mate, but I'm just giving up a bishop in a completely lost position. Let's just take this pawn for no reason. There's a checkmate. You know what they say, and by they I mean me. Win or lose, it's time. Look at this graph! Once again, 64.7% accuracy. I played like a 1500. My opponent did not play that much better. But let's run through it. I was actually just supposed to push the pawn here. I do anyways. This is a mistake. After takes, but that's also a mistake. And this is all fine, except I was not supposed to push this because it just literally gives up a pawn. I was supposed to go here, which, why didn't I see that move? I literally didn't even see that move. I was like, oh, he's going to win the pawn. Why didn't I see the move that defends the pawn? See, this is what I'm talking about. My vision is completely gone right now. It's completely gone. I just give up a pawn instead. And then it just goes from bad to worse. After castling is actually the best move in this position, but I'm just completely lost. I mean, when did it get that bad? Right here. That made it very bad. And then over here, where's my blunder? I was supposed to go this way. Why didn't I go this way? Oh my God, that just seems so obvious when I look at it. Like, yeah, go to the side where you're going to be safer. This is just mate in 5. They don't find the mate in 5, but they do take my pieces, and then we just kind of go back and forth. And yeah, that's the game of chess. I'm terrible. Let's go ahead and just hop in a new one. Goldfish memory, next play. We get the white pieces, so hopefully We can do something here. We're playing against Leo, Sneer, Sicilian Defense. We're going to play the Mangarini. And they do go for this line, which means I am going to push the pawn. Let's hope we can get my opponent to walk into my prep. If they take, I'm going to push, and then they go back, and I'm going to push again. This is the idea. If they go 2 squares, I'm going to take, and then I'm going to go knight a3. This is the Will Taylor chess special. Very nice. I take, they take with the queen, and then I go knight a3. This is a very strange move. A lot of people look at this and say, wait, what is the knight doing? What is it doing? The best move actually for black here is to go queen a5, but no one finds that move. Literally no one finds that move. That is the top computer move. And I think you need to have studied the line, to understand it. So they go here, but that just allows this move, which threatens this massive fork. And yeah, here we go. Yet another game where I just my opponent walks into my prep and is just completely cooked after the 9th move of the game. You're not cooked in this position. There's a lot of counterplay, but if you're not prepared for this, it's really, really hard to stop. Obviously, you can't go here or here. You can go all the way back, but then I push the pawn, because if you were to take, I go here, so that means your knight has to come out. Then I go here with the bishop. I believe this is how the line goes. And then you can defend. And then after that, I kind of forget, to be honest. But then I think there's something to be said about this and pushing and something or other. Yeah, my opponent's really thinking here. Think all you want, buddy. I know my next move. Well, not really. Depends on what you play. Yeah, again, if you just play a developing move, I win your queen. So if you play something like this, I can still push. Because I think the problem is if I go here first, threatening this, they can just come here. Okay, so they do go there. So let's go ahead and push the pawn. Now, it's important to note that this knight is being defended by the bishop. So even if this knight moves, I can just move this out to attack the knight. They can go here, I guess. I guess I could also go here. Because after takes, this is still defended. Then I can come here. And here, en passant. I don't know. There's stuff going on for sure. They do come there, so what is the line? What is the line? Because now I kind of forget. If here they just defend, and then here takes, no. Then I can go here, I believe. And after, yeah, okay, so it's here first, then defends, then goes here, because after takes, it is a check. I take here. I'm still threatening this, and then I don't think you can actually stop it. So let's go ahead and do this, and do this. That's the idea. That is the idea. And we are definitely winning here. No doubt about it. But does that mean that I will win the game? You know this channel. My opponent has to be very, very careful, though. Extremely careful. These pieces are far too active already. Yeah, knight f3 is coming. You can take, and it's a check, but I just take back with the queen. Everything's still defended. And, yeah, so they do that. So we're just going to go here, knight f3. After takes. I don't think you can stop the fork. My opponent probably thinks that they just, got away with, getting out of the attack, but you can't push this because I would take en passant. Same situation, I still go for the check. In fact, yeah, if you take the queen, it's even worse. Okay. There might even be a case to be made about taking, but I really doubt that's a good move because after takes, here takes, they just take yeah, never mind. Definitely not good. I could also go here, I suppose. No, I'd rather keep the bishop to be able to. Okay, they resign. Well, that's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. This is probably close to 100% accuracy. Let's take a look. Win or lose, it's time. Look at this stuff! Why does this always happen in my videos? Like, I lose a game really, really bad, and then I play a game with 95% accuracy based on the amount of theory that I learned. I played like a 2350. What's the only move that I... Okay, this actually isn't the top computer move. I feel like that's changed. Because I believe this was theory, or has been theory. Yeah, that's a blunder because of this. And then this, and then this, I was actually supposed to take. Why is that? Why is that? Because then I can play this move. And then, after this, I have this check, right? Do I have a check? It's actually not that good. Oh, no, here, takes and takes and takes. So wait, what's the better move there? Oh yeah, because that's not even a free knight. And then I can just develop. Okay, good to know. I mean, I can just take the knight with the bishop here and just like be jolly, be merry. But I kind of prefer this because, yeah, after this, what's my best move here? Like, can I just go here? No. What is my best move? Oh, okay, that's not what I was trying to do. So after takes here, my best move is queen e3. Okay, yeah. I mean, I was considering either this or this, but I guess this is bad. Then the opponent is literally forced to move their king, and then I can just jump in with a knight anyways. Then it's a push of the pawn. Wow. And then I can just either go back or go here, hitting the queen, which is just funny. They come here, I go back, and then even though my opponent's up a pawn, this is a +3 advantage for white. Like, this is just insane. So, I mean, then, you know, we still have stuff like this in the future, maybe. Anyways, yeah, they resign here, so I don't know. Let's go ahead and just play one more, I guess. Try to get back up to the 1690s if we can. I hope it's not a super long and drawn-out game because I can't spend too much longer here, but, you know, we'll see. It's taking longer than expected to find a match. In fact, wait a minute. I'm actually going to pause. All right, sorry about that. I had to drop a deuce, for lack of a better term. Okay, we're going to go right into it against Tyler and Nader, 1707 with the white pieces. They're going to go ahead and play e4. Let's play the Alekhines defense. I really feel like I should just start playing the French defense because I end up getting into that structure regardless. It's very solid. It's kind of annoying for opponents to deal with. I know it's annoying for me to deal with. So they do push the pawn though, so we're going to go ahead and play this. We do get another gambit. Can we get retribution? Okay, they immediately go for knight f3 here. Let's go ahead and just push c5 anyways, because a lot of the times people won't even notice that this is hanging until after I push the second pawn. And then they say, oh, that's a free pawn. Let me just take that. Right on cue. And you're fucked, buddy. And it's over. Yeah, this is not good for my opponent. That was not a good move. I mean, so the thing is, like, I can take here, but obviously taking the bishop is better. And sometimes opponents will even just go here, being like, "Oh, let me just hit the queen," but that's not how that works. That's an interesting move. I guess that does allow this. So, but we can just go here, and then after that, okay, so if I go here and then here, I can go here, right? And then they push, I can just take, and take, and we're like totally fine with that position. So I think that's the idea. Let's just go here. Let's go bishop b7. If they decide to take, fine. I actually maybe could have gone bishop a6, but no, it's not a threat currently. So yeah, so they just take. That's fair. But I think I just want to go here anyways. I just want to go here, and then maybe I can come out to a6 with my knight, hitting the bishop. I don't really want to push this pawn because then they're just going to take and take. And opponent is up 2 pawns, 2 clean pawns. But I'm up a piece. So it's safe to say that I'm winning, but it's not super safe to say, like, I'm going to win the game, because I've been in these positions many times where I have not won. Again, they can just push. I would take, and take. And that's just a better position for me. I mean, just more development. Opponent's pawns have pushed way too far up the board. Yeah. So I could even go for this check. But I think I'm just going to go for knight to a6 here. Just hitting the bishop, telling the bishop to move. This is obviously defended. If this, I just take. And, okay, so bishop goes all the way back. That's valid, actually, yeah. Now I still can't really go here, which is kind of annoying. But now I can go here with this check and just win this bishop, which is also very interesting because, okay, they resign. Guys, you don't have to resign so early. Literally, like, play the game out. It's not that big of a deal. All right, you know what they say, win or lose, it's time. We're back up to 1695. Played this game with an 82.8% accuracy. Not even that good, but did play like a 2000, I suppose. We didn't even get to a middle game, really. This is kind of just still the opening. And yeah, you're supposed to take the pawn first. Now, if you take the pawn, it becomes a mistake. Because of this, that's a blunder. And now we're just completely winning. I was just supposed to take the pawn, but this is fine. And here and here, and then was my best move to like go for this check, maybe? Yeah, and then they go here, and I would probably just take the... Oh, I take the queen. Interesting. So they don't want me to take the bishop, but I take the queen. They take with the knight so as not to... Yeah, but then I just win this, and then here, and then I can just come back to, yeah, to here, and the position is completely stable for me. And yeah, this bishop is just going to end up being bad in the end, but it's... I don't know. Don't resign there. Don't resign there. Just because you went down a piece, don't resign. Like, literally my last video told me that in whatever, what is it called? And a perfect example of that. But all right, I mean, it was so short. I got to end with one more. Hopefully we can get back up over 1700 with some more just random prep. We do play with the black pieces again. They're going to play the ready opening, so I like to respond with a knight move of my own. And let's just go ahead and play a symmetrical King's Indian here. This is the idea. I've played against this many times in Bullet, but I'm not that good at it. Otherwise, if they push this pawn all the way, okay, I am just going to push all the way here as well. Very symmetrical, kind of boring. I think in the end, if this is like played perfectly, it's just a draw. It's just like a you know, kind of like a repetition kind of thing. They pushed this pawn to stop my bishop from coming in here. That's interesting, but I didn't really want to... I guess I was thinking about that move. But I feel like I could almost immediately go for d5 here. Takes. I could also maybe go for c5. I know c5 is a move in these types of positions. You know what? Let's play c5, and then let's get my knight out. And we're making this kind of stonewall defense here. As long as this pawn is defended, we'll be good. They probably want to come in here, but let's just go ahead and defend and develop the knight. I think this was a little bit of a waste of a move because it allowed this and allowed my knight to get in really nicely here. I don't really want to jump the knight to here unless this knight moves, because now this knight, after this moves, is like very strong and very unmovable except for this pawn. And then I could almost just start pushing these pawns, I feel like. I mean, that's not necessarily the game plan of the King's Indian. Usually the King's Indian is a kingside attack. Okay, but they jump in with the knight. I don't find this particularly scary. I think I'm just going to castle. If they want to take this, like, go right ahead. But this knight is pretty powerful, I would say. So maybe I want to get rid of it pretty soon. But I think I can just go here and just like threaten to win the pawn here. I guess they can go here, but then I can jump in with this knight. Then that allows me to jump in with this knight. So let's just go here. Let's go bishop e6. They can take all they want. In fact, I might even take with the queen here. Okay, they go back. Interesting. Now, if I were to push this pawn, takes, I feel like that's kind of good for me. I can also take with the queen. Wait, so push, takes with the queen. And then the knight is just pinned to this bishop. But it would be as well with this bishop, so. Is it time to push the pawn, though? I'm just not sure. I'm not totally sure. I could also play an h6 of my own. I honestly respect my opponent for playing this way. Like, this is kind of what I default to a lot of the times. It's just a very, very solid opening. If I push, this hangs, so it can't really do that. I guess I could go queen c7 first, or queen e7, and then, no. I could go queen c7 and then push, and then this is defended. Yeah, why don't I do that? Let's go queen c7. And I don't really know why you brought your knight in and then back out. I mean, that seems like kind of a waste. Yeah, because the knight came from there, and now it's on the other side. So queen c7, planning on pushing. After takes, I want to take with the knight, because then takes, and this is pinned forever and ever and ever and ever. And opponent has to do something about that. I don't really want to push this pawn unless it makes the most sense, because this is a very strong structure. I could also just spend this time just moving my rooks over to a good position. But okay, I guess, are they planning on this? So do I have to immediately push this pawn? I think I might. And then they just take my bishop. I don't really care about this bishop. I feel like this bishop, well, I did care about this bishop for this push. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's just push, because I don't want to allow the queen to come in here. Not that it could have, but in the future, it was definitely a possibility. And now I have some doubled pawns here, but I'm not feeling bad about this position. I could still push. Takes. No, I couldn't. If I go here, though, then I can push. Or if I go here, is it like something like this? Then maybe push this way to defend this pawn. So my opponent castles. I could, just try to get my knights in the game, but I don't really know. If I push immediately, I lose the pawn, so I can't do that. But what I could do is go rook a to d8 or rook f to d8. I kind of want a to d8 because nothing's happening on this side of the board, and then I want to push this pawn. That's kind of the plan. Going for a pawn break in the center of the board. It would fix my pawn structure if they took. If they let me take, then they can't take back, because I would take the queen. So the queen has to move, I think. And let's say the queen moves somewhere like this. I have moves like knight d5 that attack the queen and also attack this knight, maybe. Or maybe this way. I can't go that way because they would take. Maybe this way. This is interesting. I barely ever get to play a symmetrical King's Indian. Because I feel like the King's Indian is just not that popular, but I really like it. I don't know. I also have not, I haven't studied it too much. Yeah, so they move the queen that way. I haven't studied the King's Indian too much, but what I like about it is that it allows me to play like fairly normal moves. All right, so I am going to go for this pawn push. They don't have to take it. They definitely do not have to take it. But I believe it's the move. After takes, I guess they're opening this up as well. But let's just take with the pawn. And then if they push this pawn, I can just push. I can just push. But then they take this pawn. But then I can just like move my knight and win the pawn back maybe. I should have played b6. Should have played b6, I think. Because, yeah, after this push, I definitely cannot allow this to come in. Like, absolutely not. This, and maybe I just lose a pawn, but my my opponent is going to have a hard time. Oh, they can just push, though. Yeah, this push, if they don't play this, I'm going to be very surprised. Really hoping they don't, though. Because if they don't, I can play b6, and then after this, I can go here. And then it's a little bit more stable. A little bit. But my rooks are both on like good files here. This one especially. I can come in with the queen. I can start maneuvering my knight this way. Trying to look for tactics as well. If they don't push, maybe I can push. Yeah, they do push, yeah. Yeah, I think I have to give up, well, yeah, either way I'm losing this pawn. But if I were to go here, it stops my opponent from taking this. Then they just take. If I go here, what if I were to take? Then they take, then I take the knight. Okay, so wait a minute. Takes might not actually be that bad in this position. No, but then they can take here, takes, and takes. And their queen is still very, very scary, but I can just come in here. So, okay, takes. If they take this way, then I can push. And then this is fine, I think. Takes. I can just come here with the rook. So I actually think I have to take here. And I want to take with this pawn so that I can push this pawn later. So let's take this way. You can't immediately take this. Again, you can go takes, and takes, and takes, and takes, and takes, and then I would just come here with the queen. You can trade, and then I think it's fairly even. Because what's happening here is, okay, they take that way, but now I can, well, first of all, I can take here, hitting the queen. Then they just come here. I can also just go here, and then, yeah, okay, that's still hanging if I go here. All right, so this is definitely the move then. Yeah, so maybe it wasn't actually that good of an attack. And if they go here, which what's funny is I can do the same thing on this side. I can take this pawn, which I just noticed. So, opponent's got to be careful. Opponent's got to be careful. I guess, like, okay, I have to pull this rook to the e-file, like, pronto, because this is being defended by the knight. This is what I love about the King's Indian. Like, all of my pieces are very well coordinated without having to try too hard. Like, it just gets me in positions where I'm very solid, which is just not the case for any of my other openings. And eventually this knight is going to come alive, and then this bishop is going to come alive. Like, once I move this, it's a double attack on the pawn. And actually, here, wait a minute. There's definitely some stuff happening, because here, what if I went here? Okay, so they just moved the bishop. So I can immediately just take this pawn. That is an option. But what if, do they have something like this? No, I can just take. So I think we just take the pawn. And we're threatening this check, although it doesn't do much. Oh, no. Calm down. That is not a move. That is not a move, young Padawan. That is not a move. Now, do I go here with the queen? Is that an idea? Yeah, this would just blunder a queen, so let's not do that, please, for the love of God. I think I want to keep my queen on this diagonal, though, because if I go here and then they push, I can't take this pawn. I really want to be able to snatch this pawn if possible. But now I've just played these two really powerful pawn moves, and maybe I can even go here with the queen, or I can go here. I can go here, and then that also disallows this. If they go here, I can come in this way. Yeah, this knight g5 or knight h5 moves looks very, very nice, because then I might even be able to sack. Takes. The knight is kind of under attack, or it's under pressure. This is pinned to the king. This is coming in. Yeah, you know what? Let's play knight h5. I like this idea of knight h5. I don't think there's an immediate sack. But again, if you were trying to go for this pawn break here, I would just take. Wouldn't even have to take with the queen, but the queen might even be better. And now this is actually under attack, and the only way to defend it is by going here, which you just moved your bishop to here, so that seems like kind of a waste of a move. And yeah, now it's kind of just a waiting game, I feel like. Like, my queen can come in here even, hitting this pawn and hitting this pawn. Although I don't like putting it on the edge of the board like that. I feel like coming in this way makes more sense. Let's say if they were to go here, right? I can just come here immediately. And then you have to go back. And then I might be able to sack. No, I don't think so. Not quite yet. But we're getting there. We're getting there. The tactics are brewing. The tactics are brewing. And again, I can't take this with the knight because they would take my queen. This is just the most symmetrical like game I've ever played in my life. I don't generally play symmetrical openings, but my opponent's starting with the ready at the beginning of this game. It's just a very solid opening. It's kind of annoying. And so playing this way, I kind of like. And I like that I played c5 here. I don't generally go for that in these types of positions, but I think it was the best idea. And now we're in this position where, yeah, I think this push, I thought it was really scary. Okay, they do sack. They do sack. Okay, but I can just take. You take. But I take? No, then that still doesn't work. Okay, they're going to sack. I mean, look. I don't think it's that good. I honestly don't believe in it that much, to be honest. I mean, obviously I'm encouraged to take because it is attacking my queen. So let's take. I don't think it's that good. Like what? You're gonna take here. And I still can't take here. But I just feel like there's too much. I have too much action on this side of the board. Like, yeah, I think I can just take with the. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about the fact that after I move this knight, yeah, this becomes kind of weaker. I mean, what I could do is I could give back the sack. I could give back the material and just go here. But wait a minute. Now takes, and here you can come back. Oh man, this is getting intense. I think I can take here because if takes... No. No way. I can just come back with the rook, but then they push. I don't want them to be able to push. I can take with the rook. I can take with the rook, and then they take, and then I sack. I actually think the sack works now, because if they take that, then this check is just, it's got to be pretty brutal, right? Then I could even take here after takes. I have check. Well, it would be here, but check. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. So takes, if they take here, takes with the knight. Takes, if they take here, takes with the knight. They can go for check. I just move. And then, I don't know, I don't think your sack works. I'm just going to take. And honestly, you know what's funny? If they decide to go here, I can take... Oh my god, I can take the bishop. They take. I sack the queen, takes, and check. And then I win the queen back. It's all very silly, but I think it still works somehow. I would love to get a queen sack in a Chess Plays Gabe video. I mean, come on. I don't think that's ever happened on this channel. Queen sack on the G3 square, on the G3 pawn, in front of the king. That's so sexy. Now, they could just push, which I haven't really looked at. But then I think I still have this. Takes, check, check, and I win this. Would I just be down an exchange in that case? Yeah, they have 2 rooks to my... Yeah, maybe that wouldn't be that good. But for the plot, I would definitely do it. For the plot, I would absolutely do it. The question is, are we going to get that? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Opponent's really thinking here. I mean, I think I could even sack here because takes... takes, I have check first, but then they go up. So I would have to take this first. Then they go here, then I go check. No, the bishop's there. I don't know. There's way too much to think about here. I just don't think they can take this. If they take this, I just take. Hitting the rook, also threatening, I don't know. Definitely threatening something. This rook is about to swing over, too. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can take this pawn. I just don't think you can take this pawn. My opponent is up 1 pawn, but down a piece. They're probably about to get 1 back. And then I'm going to sack a piece back. Oh, but the problem is... if they ever move this, yeah, this is blocking the queen's, communication to this square. So that if I were to sack takes with check. Okay, they go there. I don't think that works. Wait a minute. If I, can I take this immediately? They can just take. They don't even have to take. They don't have to take the knight. But if I were to take, so I win a bishop, they win a rook. I win a pawn, they win a queen. I win another pawn, and then I win a queen. So I win 2 pawns and a bishop for a rook, and completely destroy my opponent's pawn structure. I feel like that might be good. I mean, for the plot, should I do it? For the plot. For the frickin' plot. They don't have to take. So if I go here, they don't have to take. But if they do take, and then I take here, I guess they still don't have to take. No, they can come back with the queen. Ah, that ruins it, doesn't it? It does kind of ruin it. So now if I go for this sack, they can just take, but then I would take, and then you can't take the knight. And now whatever I do, I can take this rook. This rook is under attack. So if I sack, takes, the rook is under attack. The rook has to move. If the rook moves here, then I can just take because it's a check and it's defended. So you have to sack it. You have to sack your queen. Okay, I think the sack works. I don't want to. Obviously I should be thinking about it a little bit more, but I think the sack works because it also hits this. So it's a fork of the rook and the bishop. Let's go ahead and take. Knight takes g3. Hopefully a brilliant move. They take immediately. They don't even think about it. Okay. Yeah, because then I just have here, if they come back here, I take, oh, they can take with the bishop. Yeah, maybe it wasn't that good. All right, I mean, let's take. This is the plan. This was the plan all along. If they come here, I guess I can go here because if takes, I take, but that doesn't seem very good. I guess I also have this check. And then I would win the bishop. So if the bishop comes back, then I have... I mean, I don't think they can take this rook, to be honest. I don't think they can take this rook. Because this is way too powerful. But if they just go here and I take, then they just take with the bishop. This is all very, very confusing. I don't know if this sack was very good. Maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, my king is still safe. Your king is not. So if you come back and defend this way, I still have this check. I guess you can come and defend with the queen. I don't have any more checks because of this pesky little pawn, unfortunately. Yeah, what is my opponent doing here? It's a very, very tense position, obviously. You can also come in with the knight, give this up, check, takes. Yeah, okay, so they block with the bishop. All right. So here's the thing. I can go here. That would open this up, though. I can go here, attacking the queen. I can go here, threatening this check. But again, now you can just take with the rook. I could go here, because if they take, I take, check, takes. That's a little bit too confusing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think my brain can handle this. I can go for check. Then they come this way and just blockade. No, they can't because I have this. So wait, check, and then you're forced to go this way. And then I can go here. No, they would just take. Uh-oh, my light died. Oh, no. Slightly shadowed Gabe is here. The problem is I don't have, like, a move that can immediately go for this check. Like, I can't... I feel like this would just be a bad move. Because obviously, yeah, if you take, but it doesn't give me enough time to play this move. So if I go here, takes, and then check, there's just this. I think I have to go for the check first, and then you go here. And then here, maybe? Because then if takes, could I sack the rook? Takes. There's this. I don't know. I can't see it. I guess I can just go here. Because if takes... No, I have to respond to that because then there's this check. And my shit is too weak here. Check here. Is that just it? Is there just nothing else? If I go here, takes, check, takes, takes. I feel like one of these moves has to be the winner, but I can't figure out which one. It's either this move, it could be this move, it could be this move. I just don't know. My brain is not... it's not wanting to do the work on this one. I'm not going to lie, guys. I could also just come back this way, but that just seems like a concession, you know? Like, they can immediately just take this. And takes, and then takes, and then takes, and then they just kind of get rid of the attack. I need to keep the attack going for as long as possible, but I am running out of time, so I think here makes the most sense. I just don't want to play that. Oh, I could also go here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't even see this. Here? To threaten this move? How do you stop that? How do you stop that? Wait a minute. How do you stop this? You have a check. I just take. You don't have any more checks. After that, you can't take here. I would take your queen. Wait, so here it threatens this. If you take, I just go for this. It's not mate though. Fuck, it's not mate. But if you take, I just take this way. And then you're cooked. Right? Then you go here. You're still not cooked. Well, I can take. You're still not cooked. I think this is the best move, though. Let's go for this. Here. Oh, wait. This would be mate. Yeah, it's because of the rook. But then you can just take first. Oh, God. Chess is so hard, man. Why is chess such a hard game? There is no check because I would take, but there's this check, and then I have to take. I guess I don't have to take. But, like, I kind of have to, right? Let's take. Oh my God, there's this check, but I just go back. This check I would just take, but then there's this check. Do they just harass me? I mean, does it just become a draw? Takes here. Here, 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 here. I think I can hide behind my pawns eventually. Yeah, now I feel like they can just take this. Because after I go for check, you go here. And then what do I have? I have nothing. I had nothing there. But if you take, takes with check, here, and that would be mate, or here, and then you're still safe somehow? Like, how are you still safe? How are you still safe, my guy? I think I've given up a little bit too much material here. And this is going to come down to just like the last man standing, really. You have this check. I just move up again. Or maybe I go this way. No, I don't want to open up this check. So this way, there's no check. But if they don't immediately play this, then check here and then check seems to work. Then you have to go here. Okay, so they just take. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I take the check. And then they can't go here. They have to go here. Which, of course, they're not going to miss that. Oh no, they can go here because the queen defends. Duh. Okay. This is the most bizarre game of chess I may have ever played. I have this check. Has to go here. Then I have this check. No, they would take. Does giving a check do anything in this position? It does something. You can't block with the queen. So I think I have to go here. Check. You can't come here. You have to go this way. Then check. Then back. Then check. Then here. Then check. And then I win the queen. Guys, did I find something? Is this all forced? I guess they can go here, but then check. Same thing, right? No, check. Oh my god. Okay, so the options... Okay, so after this check, the options are to block with the queen or go back. If they block with the queen, I can go for this check. They block with the queen again. And then what? But now if I go here, this opens up this check, which I don't want. If I go here, they just take. So if I go here, they must block with the queen, right? That's got to be the answer. And then there's at least a draw. I don't want to draw in this position, though. I really don't. But I think I have to go for this check. Block with the queen. Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Because I think if we trade queens here, I think it's worse for me because I have two minor pieces for... Yeah, it'd be two minor pieces versus a minor piece and a rook. There's got to be an answer, though. There's got to be an answer here. I mean, okay, if they go this way, then this check is brutal because then this and then... Oh, wait. No, the bishop's still here. Maybe I should have just gone like here or something. Because I need to get my knight involved. I need to get my knight involved, like badly. Of course, they could just take the knight after a non-check move. Yeah, so they block with the queen. Now, I could go here, and after takes, I go check. You go here, and I take this way, hitting this. But I could also just go here and here, and then there's a perpetual, at least. Then they go that way. Okay, let's go for this check. I guess they can come this way. No, then they would lose a rook. Both of our kings are extremely unsafe in this position. Okay, they block that way, yeah. Makes sense. Now, if I go here and they go here, is that a problem? I just move this way. But then there's this check. No, I would take. So if I go here, I'm threatening... What am I even threatening? I'm not threatening anything. No, check takes... I have check here and I win the bishop. Okay, yeah, I have no time. Let's go for this. Check. Here. Check doesn't work. Guess you could take, but then I have this check. I finally got my knight involved here. But this is extremely tense. I don't know if this is going to work. I just don't know if this is going to work. I think I had some kind of win in here. But it's going to be really hard for my opponent not to blunder this. Yeah, if they go check and I would go here, then they have this check, which is just obviously losing. So I have to go here. I guess, no, I can't go above. I guess I could go here. But then there's this check. So I think I have to go here. If they just, decide to be greedy and take the pawn, there's this check. There's also this check first. And then they're forced to go here, and then I check this way. So they cannot relinquish the defense of this bishop. I guess they also have this check. Oh, I completely missed that. Oh my god, they miss it too. Okay. Yeah, they had this check. Oh my god. What do I do here? I can't go for check. If I go for this check, they just take. If I go for this check, takes. And then I'm just down a piece. Damn it. Do I just go here? Just go back? Like, I don't know. I have no time. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here. I think if they go check, I can go here. And then I'm okay. Then they have check. I come here. Takes. But then check. Yeah, like you can't stop defending this this bishop. You just can't. It's too powerful. Queen's too powerful. Yeah, I think after check, I have to go here. Then check, or sorry, then check. Then I go here. Then check. Then I come here. Then check. Then I go. I don't know. Like, this looks really ugly. I guess I could block with the bishop too, but I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my opponent does here. I think I've spent an hour and a half playing chess this morning. Awesome. Freaking awesome sauce, dude. What does that even do? What does that even do? Okay, they're not going for checks. So what if I just go here? Oh, is this going to force a queen trade? It might. It might, because here I'd have to go here, takes. But then it's actually going to become a time scramble. Yeah, okay. So I think I have to go here. I mean, it's not really a time scramble because it's 15-10. But I have a 2-on-1 on this side of the board, so I think my game plan should just be to push these pawns. Lock these ones off as much as I possibly can. Keep everything on dark squares. Go for checks with the knight. Okay, yeah, for sure. What do I want to do here? I don't know. Well, there's no check here, so I think I just want to come back this way. And if they go here, I'm just going to come up this way. Okay, fair. Fair. Let's just, let's come this way with the king. Now here takes, okay, let's go here. But then they just have a fork. Then I have check. Yeah, so I have check. Shoot, did I already blunder it? Oh, shoot. No, I have this check. Oh my god, I have no time. I have no time. Okay. I guess I can come here, but that doesn't do much. All right, let's go here. Check. There's still no check. Yeah, that's fair. Let's do the same thing. Let's go here. No check. They go there. Let's do this again. Maybe? Does that even work? Yeah, this stops this check. Now I can come up with my king. Put this on light square or dark square. Yeah, let's defend. Still no check. Now they can just take, shoot. Shoot, they can just take. Yep. All right, let's go here. Check. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Shoot. Push, push. Yeah, they're just going to win another pawn. Unless I defend it. But I can't defend it that way. Let's go here. Let's try to push and win. Push to the finish. I think maybe yeah, I got to take this way. Takes. And just push and just go up with my king. They're going to be up lots of material. Lots of material here, unfortunately. Stay on the dark squares. Here, here, here. This is literally my only chance. I mean, I don't think I can win this. Yeah, let's go here. But if I can come here, well, they can just take. I mean, they can easily blunder a fork here with their rook. Let's yeah, let's push the pawn. Try to come here, here, here. Or even here, 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 just to try to, yeah, try to blockade. So here, if they check, I have this. Yep. Oh, they go that way. Okay. I think I still have this to try to go here. Okay, they come in with the king. It's valid. That is valid. Can't go here. Can't go here. I can come this way. Maybe hit this pawn. Check, I can go here. Then check, I can come, no, I have to go back, shoot. Yeah, that's fair. But what I really wanted to do was come this way. But why? Why did I want to come that way? I don't even know. Okay, I'll go here. Hit the bishop, they just have check. Then weirdly enough, I can still block with my pieces. So let's go here. And then come this way. Wait a minute. Am I cooking? Am I cooking, chat? They always have this check. They also have this check. And they just win the knight. Shoot. Yeah, if they just go for this check, they win the knight. Dang it. Okay, they don't go for the check. Let's go this way. I think my idea is either to go for this check. Okay, so I can go for this check. I can also go this way, hitting the bishop. The bishop has to come over here. But this and then this, maybe. I can also go this way. Let's go for this check. I don't know. I don't know, I'm panicking. Here, they walk into checks. So that way makes perfect sense, yeah. Here, here. Shoot, that does make a lot of sense, actually. Okay, let's blockade here. I don't think this is very good. This is not looking good. Okay, let's come back. They're going to just push. Here, 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 and they can just Promote. Let's go here. I mean, I have to try to stop it, right? I have to try. Here, it's always going to be protected by my king. I want to come up this way, try to hit this. Yeah, they're just not there. I mean, no one's going to flag in this time control. Did I have someone flag? I may have had someone flag recently in this time control, but it's very, very unlikely. Yeah, they go there. Okay, interesting. Okay, but now I can hit both of these. And I guess you can come this way. But then I can... I don't know. I don't know. I guess I can go here, here. Yeah, wait a minute. What about this? And then this. Because this is defended by the bishop. Oh my god, it's beautiful. You can't take... Oh, I guess there's... Oh, I have this move maybe? Because takes. No, I think you still win if you're able to trade this off. Oh, then I can come here, but then there's this. Then there's this. Okay, wait a minute. If I blockade here, or if I go here, then push, then takes, I think I have to go here. I think they still win these because they can just sack the rook, but maybe I'm in time to come back. Not sure. I think bishop versus 2 pawns is just winning for the 2 pawns, unfortunately. But my opponent's actually running out of time here. They are getting close. Gotta think, buddy. I think you have to take, which is a little scary. Okay, they don't. Yeah, but now I can push. Because takes, I promote. Is the idea to go push, check, then I go here, and then here? Okay, wait. Push, check, here, check, here, takes, and I'm probably just cooked. But let's do it anyways. Why not? Check. Yeah, I go... Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, no. Wait, I can still promote, though, even if they take. Right? Oh, I have to go this way? No, if I go this way, there's this check. So this way, check. This way, check. Oh, shoot. Okay, here, they would go check. Shoot, I think I lost. Dang it, man. Wait, there's way too much hanging. I mean, it's just over. Yeah, now they go here. I mean, might not totally be over, actually, because now my king has enough time to get over here. Yeah, I need to maintain opposition here, of course. Check. I have to go all the way back. Maintain opposition. Let's go here. Check here. Yeah, let's go here. Check. Back. It could still be a draw. I'm not totally sure. It's probably not. But as long as I have a piece to move around, I should be okay, right? Or maybe there's even stalemate. Okay, that's a mistake, though. Right? I just take the bishop. I don't think my opponent was thinking there. Okay. I think I'm fine, though, because I have a knight that can move around. So here, do I come here to go here? I have some time. If check, here, check, takes, here. Okay, wait. So this way, then they go check. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think I'm still lost here. Can I go here? No, there's just this. I don't know which way to go with my knight. Check. Here, check. But if they come here, I have this check. Yeah. So I have to go here, right? Because if I go here, they just promote. So I have to go here. They come here, but I have this check. And I think I can just keep harassing. Because if they move out of the way, then I have this. Yeah, so check. Oh my god, is this check better? Because this check... Yeah, no, I think this check is better. Because you come here. Yeah, wait, it's just this check. Wait. Check here. Or check here. I think I have to go for this check. If they come here, I just take this pawn. Yeah. And now check. I think I got a draw. I think I somehow squeaked a draw out of this. Wait, maybe not. No, now I just have this. Wait a minute. And then I just have this. Yeah, wait a minute. It's a draw. It's a draw. Holy crap. Yeah, now I just go here. Oh my god, dude. That was something else. What a game. What a game. Honestly, I am okay with that. Yeah, they just go there. And all I have to do now is take the pawn. Yeah, it's just a draw. Okay, wow. What an interesting ending to that game. You know what they say. Win or lose, it's time. Look at this stuff! All right, we're staying at 1695, I guess. I can't be too mad about it. 1 loss, 2 quick wins, another draw. This video is going to be so fucking long. Wow, look at this graph. I was completely lost for most of this. Played with a 76.6, played like a 1700. My opponent played like an 1800 with a 78.8% accuracy. Let's run through it. So, yeah, oh my god, I kind of forgot how this game started. Yeah, this is all just a I was just supposed to take this knight. Yeah, fair enough. And after takes, they take, and then I just target it. Yeah. But then you could defend like this way, right? Yeah, and then I just push, and then it's the battle of the pawns. They are actually just supposed to give this up. Actually taking might not be that good. Oh, it is the best. Okay. And then we just have this structure in the middle of the board where I have kind of like this stonewall thing. My opponent has these two advanced pawns, and then I just castle. Instead, I just decide to castle, and these are all inaccuracies, but it's not that bad, really. We're still kind of maintaining a little bit of this. And then, yeah, this is a mistake because of this. Very nice. I got the right idea there. So pushing was the right idea. Then this is just an inaccuracy but they can take, and then I was just supposed to go back. Yeah, this was a really difficult part of the game. That's a mistake. This sack just doesn't work, and this is a blunder because they had this check, which I completely missed, and then this check, which would just completely lose me the game. I mean, you obviously just take the knight two-way. Well, you can take the knight this way. You can also just go back for check. Okay. Interesting. Okay, again, the computer does this weird thing where it tells the opponent to go for a draw when because this would be a repetition. Like, what are you doing, computer? Computer, go for a draw in a completely winning position, computer. All right, well, that's obviously not what they would do. Okay, then they would take. That's still repetition, I thought. Fair enough. And then you just take the knight. Yeah, so I completely missed that. I completely missed that. But they instead take with the rook. They also missed it. And this is a mistake as well. Because I was supposed to go for this. Oh, not that. I was supposed to go for this first, then this. And then what's the next move in the position? Just takes with check, yeah. Okay, which is what I did eventually. Then check. Okay, then my knight actually does get involved, and then this comes in, and wow, just stepping into the middle of the board. I don't know if a lot of people would play that. What if you play this? Then it's just over because it's actually made in 3 because of this. Wow, I don't even have to take the queen. This, and then check mate. Look at that. So my opponent has to come into the middle of the board instead, and then I would just go here, and then check, and then here, and then... Oh my gosh, yeah, it gets really complicated. But instead of that, I blunder, they miss it, and then I take with check first. I was just trying to go for forcing moves here. This is a mistake. I was actually supposed to go for this check. Right, forcing my opponent to go this way, which I just completely missed, I guess. And then this, wow. And instead, yeah, we get this sequence where, yeah, that is the best move, and now they're winning again. And I just kind of have to play some moves. I have to trade these off, and then we get into this end game where I feel like I could have totally thrown this away. After this, I was very scared. But we have this, and I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And this pawn does become a big issue here for my opponent to deal with, and they're just not really in time to get their pawns down the board. Yeah, this is the best move because if they were to push here, I would simply go here. Of course, they could even do something like this maybe, but then I would go here, and then they can't really sack because this push. Well, they could. Yeah, you could. Really? They want my opponent to promote. Yeah, no, I have to take the frickin'... Yeah, I have to take it. And then I would go here. Yeah, I mean, that's just over. But instead, my opponent does not go for that. They instead go here, which I think was... Yeah, okay, that's a blunder. But that's a mistake. I was supposed to go this way, allowing them to take here, and then I promote. And then here, and then I go check, and then, you know, we probably just end up going for some kind of repetition here. This is just a draw because the king is too open. But I go here instead, and then they go here, and this is just bad. I don't know why I didn't think of going the other way. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. But, oh well. It's completely losing, and then this is a blunder because my opponent just gives up a bishop. I just think they were just not looking at it. And I'm wondering if the check I played was the right check. It was the right check. And then this and here, and now you just lose, or you just blunder a draw. Insane how this game works sometimes. We are back up to 1695, and that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a long one. Oh my God, this is a barn burner of a video. If you like this kind of content, which I hope you do, please make sure to come back tomorrow because I will be right here. This has been Chess Plays Gabe, the channel where I get absolutely demolished in chess, or sometimes occasionally possibly win. It's extremely hot outside. Go do something fun. Go touch some leaves. Go touch some grass. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.